friends out there. Today I want to talk about friends. I have lots of friends. Some friends I made a long time ago where I grew up as a child. Some friends I made when I went to school, and some friends I've made as I've worked in different kinds of jobs, teaching, and now I'm videotaping. But I really like to make new friends, and you are my new friends. It's wonderful. I wish I could see your faces, but I know you're out there, and we are having fun together. So I have a special song about making new friends. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other gold. A circle is round and never ends. That's how long I want to be your friend. Let's sing it again and try and sing along with me. Make new friends and keep the old. One is silver and the other gold. A circle is round and never ends. That's how long I want to be your friend. Okay, well, we talked about a circle, and it doesn't end just like friendship. But let's try and draw a circle today. I have my paper and my cardboard and my marker. And a circle is round. What else is round? Let's think. A ball is round. An orange is round. My head is round. Here's a circle. Let's start at the top and make a circle. And it goes around and around and around. You can make a face on a circle. I'm happy today. I have 2 round eyes and maybe 2 dots for a nose. And I have 2 ears on the side of my head. Then you can put hair. You can do all kinds of things with a circle. Well, I have a story today about some friends. Let's see what this story is all about. It's called Pup and Bear. Katie Banks wrote the story, and Nako Stoop illustrated the story. These look like wolves. And they're in the woods for sure. Whoosh! When the great gray owl swooped down, screeching, hoo, hoo, the Arctic wolves knew that the big freeze was on its way. The Arctic is up by the North Pole. The big freeze is coming. They took shelter in a snowdrift, and they listened to the fierce wind holler and roar. They watched the snow blow in spirals, wrapping the world in a fluffy white coat. But then the wind's bitter cold breath turned warm, and the sun appeared. The big melt came, and one lone pup found itself on a sheet of ice spinning out to sea, while the others left the area. The pup slid into the water. He swam and he swam. When he reached land, he burrowed into a snowbank. He was tired and he wanted his mother. The pup closed his eyes and fell asleep, listening to the throb of silence across the still landscape. No one seemed to be there. he woke to find and feel the cold nose against his fur. The smell was familiar. It was a polar bear. "You're not my mother," said the pup, flattening his ears against his head. "I am not your mother," said the polar bear, "but I can cuddle you and keep you safe." The pup was shy and frightened. "Aren't you going to eat me?" "Polar bears eat wolves." "Not this one," said the polar bear, shaking her head. "Climb on my back and I will take you to my den." The pup stretched a paw forward cautiously. Then he climbed onto the polar bear's back, and they crossed the tundra. The tundra is the hard, frozen land. Under the watchful eyes of a trio of baby puffins learning to fly. But at the den, the polar bear licked and cleaned the pup. "I am not your mother," she said, "but I can feed you and keep you warm." The next day, they set off across the wintry tundra. That's the land again. When they spotted a walrus with long, sharp tusks, these are the tusks, the polar bear bellowed and coughed. "Where are we going?" said the pup, as they really needed water. "I'm not your mother," said the polar bear, "but I can show you where you can catch fish." They passed a snow goose perched on a nest of eggs. They sniffed the trail of a seal as they tried to find their water. And they stopped at the water's edge where the fish and the lemmings came and went in the wondrous wheel of life. What's going to happen? The sun shone down on the crisp, crackling snow, and the polar bear rolled in a snowbank. "Come on," she said to the pup. "I'm not your mother, but I can play with you." But when the pup tugged too hard at the polar bear's fur, the bear growled. "Roar. I am not your mother," she said, "but I can scold you." Then she nuzzled the pup and tickled his tummy. Tired at last, the pup curled up against the bear, and they napped, listening to the wind whimper and sigh. The earth turned round and round, and the big freeze came, followed by the big melt, and at last the polar bear nudged the wolf, and as the pup grew, he changed into a white wolf. "I'm not your mother," she said, "but I know it's time for you to go." She nuzzled the wolf one last time, and the wolf nuzzled her back. Then he walked out into the wide world all by himself. She had taught him what he needed to know. The wolf howled in the midnight sun, which glowed on the horizon, where day ended and night began, and he was answered by the cry of another wolf. Soon he was leading his own pack of wolves across the frozen tundra. Then, one day, the wolf came upon a polar bear cub huddled in a snowdrift. "Where is your mother?" asked the wolf, but the cub didn't know. The wolf sniffed the cub and rubbed its fur with its wet nose. "You are not my mother," said the cub, cowering. "I am not your mother," said the wolf, "but I can cuddle you and keep you warm." "Aren't you going to eat me?" said the cub. "Wolves eat polar bears." "Not this one," said the wolf, shaking its head. "Climb on my back and I will take you to my den." The polar bear clambered up onto the wolf's back. "I am not your mother," said the wolf, "but you can stay with me until you're big enough to be on your own." And the wolf led the pack across the tundra, along the path that went round and round in the wondrous wheel of life. She took care of that polar bear until she could release that polar bear into the wild all by himself. That was so nice of her. She paid back her friendship